Hello, my name is Maggie Chandler. I am the school wellness counselor at Oakhill Day School. This is my second year at Oakhill, and as I said last year, we're still building the foundation of the counseling program since it is a new program. I'm excited to report some things that have changed and some things that really worked well last year that are going to be staying the same. So, this is just a quick little snip of the counseling program so you can just kind of be up to date on what's new, how to get a hold of me if you ever need to throughout the school year. If you have any questions at all, my information's at the end. Please feel free to contact me. It has my email, my phone number, and all of that fun stuff. So before we jump in, I want to make sure that you know me. So as I said, my name is Maggie. You see my wedding picture up there. I married my high school sweetheart. We've been together almost 10 years. And this cute little girl in the corner, that is my daughter. She's about 11 months in the next week or so, and I cannot believe that she's already going to be a year. And this pup on top, that is Maisie. She was our first rescue pup, and then Blue is over here on the bottom, and we love them very much. So if you knew me last year, you know that I am really focused on parent and teacher collaboration. I am aware that you guys know our students so well. So they're your kids, obviously. So you know them better than we could possibly ever know them, or in a different way than we know them. So I'm really big on parent collaboration and communication, as well as teacher collaboration and communication, making sure we're all on the same page in terms of your students' care. So that being said, I want to make sure I'm reaching all the students. So I focus on a universal approach, meaning every single student is receiving the skill sets and information. So I do classroom lessons on social and emotional learning on various topics like friendship, conflict resolution, confidence, self-esteem, leadership, coping skills, mindfulness, empathy, etc. It depends on what grade your child is in, on what topic we're covering. It's just kind of all over the place depending on where they're at developmentally and what information they received the year before. So it's like all other subjects, like math, you have to learn the basics before heading to the next subject. So that's what it's like, but social and emotional learning. So I am very happy to work with all the students in that way because it allows me to build a relationship with kids that I otherwise wouldn't be able to. I also have small groups. So small groups are offered every semester. So this is an addition this year. So sometimes we have a few kiddos who might want to dive a little bit deeper, benefit from diving a little deeper into a specific topic that we have. So small groups are 30-minute sessions for 8 weeks straight. So it's 30-minute sessions with a group of 6 of their peers. So 6 other students either in their class or in their grade. And we decide on a topic. I usually discuss with teachers what they think would be a beneficial topic, and from what I'm seeing, what I think would be a beneficial topic. Now, if your student is chosen for a small group, parent permission slip is required. So I will be sending that home, and you can review it. After every session, you are sent home with what we covered in that session. Like I said, parent communication is really important to me. So I want to make sure that you know what your child learned when they were in my class. So we have 2 small groups coming up this semester. They're starting in October. So for first grade, we're doing self-control, and for 4th grade, we're doing conflict resolution. We will be doing multiple small groups throughout the school year. So these are not the only 2 grades that are receiving it, but as of right now, those are the closest small groups that are going to be happening here soon. So if your child is chosen for this small group, it does not mean that something is wrong with your child. It does not mean that we have deep concerns about your child. It just means that either they have shown interest, or your teacher thinks that they might benefit from it, or you yourself as a parent can refer your child to a small group. There are only 6 slots available. So if a small group is full, then I will make note of that. And if I have to do another small group later on in the year on that specific topic, then I'll make sure to do that. Okay, so individual counseling. So it's short term. So that being said, what that means is I'm not a therapist who's going to dive really deep on topics. I'm going to help with issues like if they're struggling a little bit with anxiety or friendships, or, there's been a loss in the family, those kinds of things I can definitely help with. Now, if it's something a little bit deeper, I can always provide resources and make sure that you are given a referral to outside resources. So, how does your child come see me, or how do you make sure that I am aware that your child might be struggling? So, as it says up here, it's referral based. So, what that means is parents can refer your own. You can refer your own child. Say you have something going on, lots of changes. There's a big move happening, and you want me to be aware that they're struggling with that transition. That's excellent for me to know, because then I can keep an eye on them. I can make sure that they're, doing well in school with transitions as well. So you as a parent can refer. Also, teachers can refer. If they're seeing certain behaviors that they're concerned about, then they can definitely refer. Now, in the younger building, if your child is referred to me, I make sure I contact parents. And in the older building, so the South building, they're able to refer themselves. So say I've had students who have come to me once they were comfortable and they say, I have this conflict with a friend and I'm really upset about it, but I don't know how to handle it in a healthy way. Can you help me? So those kinds of things. So they can refer themselves based on friendship issues or something going on at home or anxiety, etc. So if you fill out a referral form for your child, I will contact you to kind of get more background information to make sure we're on the same page. And then I will go from there in terms of meeting with your kiddo. I will meet with them as soon as possible. I work in both buildings, so I'm caring for students in both buildings. So if it is an emergency, I'll make sure to see them that day. However, if it's not an emergency, I will get to them as soon as possible. So where am I located? So this is an exciting new development that I'm really happy to report. So last year I was in the South building and I kind of floated around in the main building. And this year I have a permanent spot for the year in both locations. So in the main building, the students have named it the Rainbow Room, as you can see in the pictures. It kind of is the theme of the room. So I decided to keep the name. They named it, I believe it was our kindergartners who decided that that's what they wanted to call it. So the Rainbow Room, it's tucked away in the library. It's in the back of the library. And in the South building, I still have my office right off of the lunchroom. Same as last year, so most of the kiddos know where I am. And if your student is new to the building in 4th grade, they walk past my office all the time, and a lot of them stop by just to say hi. It's really fun. So I love this because it allows more of a consistent space. So when I do meet with small groups, it will be in the main building. It will be in the classroom rather than my office, so we have more space for activities and things like that. Because a lot of the activities are hands-on. It helps with multiple different learning strategies, because a lot of kids don't just learn by a PowerPoint presentation, right? So I want to make sure that a lot of our lessons, especially in the younger ages and the older ages as well, are tactile and give multiple opportunities for learning. That being said, the Rainbow Room also offers stations. So I am aware that not all kids connect to fidgets. Fidgets are fun, but they're not always effective if they're not used properly. So we learn how to use fidgets properly, so to use them as tools instead of toys, but also giving them multiple different strategies if they're struggling to cope. So teaching them those coping strategies at a young age. So there's different stations that really dive into what those strategies would be. So there's a creation station where they can really dive into creating if that helps calm them down. There's a quiet corner where they're able to put on soundproof headphones, and they're able to read a book, and they have weighted blankets, etc. So really providing them with more opportunities to learn how to de-escalate themselves in a situation. So that is what the Rainbow Room is. My office in the South building has coping tools as well, as the students already know. It's fun because they love to bombard my room after school and hang out with me, which I really love. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. That's just, snip of what the counseling program is doing this year. I wanted to make it a short video so it was easy to digest. But if you have any questions, I would be so happy to answer them. My email and phone number is listed here. And if you ever need to send a referral for your kiddo, like it stated earlier, you would go to the hub, and the Counselor Corner tab has the referral form for you. So please do not hesitate. I'm happy to get to know you, and thank you for trusting me with your kids. I'm so happy to be here. So I'm looking forward to a great year.